OEE as an improvement tool, not just a score. In this section, we are going to focus on one of the most important ideas in OEE. OEE should be used as an improvement tool, not just as a score. It is very easy for organizations to turn OEE into a number on a dashboard, a report sent out at the end of the day, or a metric that gets reviewed only when performance is poor. But that is not the real purpose of OEE. The purpose of OEE is to help us understand where production effectiveness is being lost. It helps us separate losses into availability, performance, and quality so we can identify the right problems and take the right actions. So as we go through this section, I want you to think about OEE less as a grade and more as a diagnostic tool. The score points us toward the problem, but the improvement comes from understanding and reducing the losses behind that score. OEE is more than a dashboard number. One of the most important points in OEE training is that OEE should not be treated as just a number on a dashboard. The goal is not simply to report the OEE percentage. The goal is to understand the losses behind that number and take action to reduce them. For example, this slide shows two machines with similar overall results, but very different issues. Machine A has availability of 70%, performance of 95%, quality of 98%. Machine B has availability of 95%, performance of 70%, quality of 98%. At a high level, both machines may appear to have a similar OEE problem, but when we break the number down, we can see that the causes are very different. Machine A has a clear availability issue. This means the machine is not running enough during scheduled production time. The improvement focus may need to be on breakdowns, maintenance response, changeovers, setup time, waiting for materials, or other downtime causes. Machine B has a clear performance issue. This machine is available and producing good product, but it is not running at the expected rate. The improvement focus may need to be on speed loss, minor stops, operator pacing, tooling, material flow, equipment adjustment, or process optimization. This is why it is dangerous to look only at the OEE percentage. The percentage tells us that a loss exists, but it does not tell us what kind of loss it is until we look at the components. The same OEE score can require completely different countermeasures. So the real value of OEE is not the number itself. The real value is how the number guides problem solving. Using OEE to guide problem solving. OEE should be used to guide problem solving by helping teams do several important things. First, OEE helps teams identify the biggest losses. Instead of relying on opinion or memory, the data can show whether the largest issue is downtime, speed loss, or quality loss. Second, OEE helps teams prioritize improvement work. Most operations have many problems competing for attention. OEE helps focus the team on the losses that are having the greatest impact on output and effectiveness. Third, OEE helps teams focus resources on the most important issues. Maintenance, engineering, quality, supervision, and operations all have limited time. OEE helps make sure those resources are directed toward the problems that matter most. Fourth, OEE helps teams track whether corrective actions are working. If a team implements a countermeasure to reduce downtime, speed loss, or scrap, the OEE data should show whether the action had the expected effect. Finally, OEE supports daily management and continuous improvement discussions. It gives teams a common fact base for reviewing performance, identifying recurring losses, assigning actions, and following up. However, there is an important warning here. OEE should not be used to blame operators or departments. When OEE becomes a score used for punishment, people may begin hiding losses, changing reason codes, delaying reporting, or questioning the accuracy of the system. Once that happens, trust in the data goes down, and the improvement process becomes weaker. The purpose of OEE is not to ask, who caused this number? The purpose is to ask, what loss occurred, why did it occur, and what are we going to do to prevent it from happening again? That shift in mindset is critical. The key takeaway is this. The OEE percentage tells us where to look. The real value comes from understanding the losses and improving the process. A high-level OEE number may be useful for tracking trends, but it is not enough by itself. To improve performance, we need to understand the details behind the number. Was the issue availability? Was the issue performance? Was the issue quality? Was the loss caused by downtime, changeover, minor stops, slow running, scrap, or rework? Is the loss recurring? Is there a root cause? Has an action been assigned? Did the action actually improve the result? Those are the questions that make OEE useful. So, as we continue through the course, remember that OEE is not meant to be a scoreboard. It is meant to be a tool for identifying losses, prioritizing action, and improving equipment effectiveness. If all we do is report the number, we have missed the point. If we use the number to identify and reduce losses, then OEE becomes a powerful continuous improvement tool.